Okay, this is the day before the election video. We're going to do a little summary of my thoughts kind of over the last 4 or 5 years of Trump, what's meant, um, kind of what could happen tomorrow, possibly, and what could happen in the future. Okay, well, we made it. 4 years. 4 years of Trump. I have to say, as someone who was on that train when he came down the escalator in the summer of 2015, I knew exactly where it was going. There was no doubt in my mind that he was going to be taking that thing all the way. Who's going to stop him? Ted Cruz? My God. When he put that photo out before the Texas primary of Ted Cruz's father and and included him in the JFK assassination, there was nothing funnier. Same with Jeb Bush, Marco Rubio, little Marco Rubio. This guy clowned them all right off the stage. But I can't get over how exciting these 4 years have been. Every day, I can get on Twitter and laugh my ass off. When Trump was going to buy Greenland, that is hilarious. That is goddamn hilarious. And we need some of that, I think. If you don't take people seriously, take them at face value. If you could do that successfully, you can have a pretty good time with someone like him. You don't have to buy into it. You don't have to accept it as fact. You just laugh and you roll on and there you go. Because really what you have to ask yourself is who is Trump, right? He is the fucking best con man there is. And I'm not saying that in a negative way because it takes a lot of energy to do what he does. When you're a typical politician, all you're out is going out shaking people upside down to get dollars out of them. That's a con in its own form. But this guy, if you understand who he is, he's an entertainer. That's first and foremost. He wants people to be entertained. Second, he needs to be the man in charge. And if you just go with that and understand him for who he is, it is comical as hell the last 4 years. And I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed him trolling the media and trolling all of his enemies, adversaries, anyone who gets in his way. The way he's essentially trolled our how we look at politicians with respect. Man, half those people should be in jail. But I'll say this. I was excited to vote again for him. Why is that? Because as much as the later seasons of a show are not good, look at The Walking Dead, perfect example. There's something you want to see finished out. You want to see it come to an end. You get to 16. My God. Trump lit the world on fire. No one knew what he was like. He trolled the whole institution of our politicians of what it is to be a professional individual in DC, and just totally fucked it up for the better. And for me, it's never going to go back together again. You're not going to put the genie back in the bottle once Trump's released it. This shit's done. He's exposed the corruption of the media, of institutions of the media, journalists, that they're as biased as anyone. And, they don't hold more credibility than anyone else who has a brain and can put thoughts together. Really what it's about, for me, is the ability to problem solve. I think Trump solves problems. I really do. He's had a lot of crazy shit too, but he can solve some problems. I don't think we're going to get that from any other people. There's a lot of value in not solving problems. There's a lot of money in not solving problems. So I think we're going to get a lot more of that if he's not sticking around for 4 more. There's no way I could go along with Biden. There's nothing entertaining there. Dude has dementia. They're going to give him some warm milk, put him to bed right after the inauguration, and Kamala will be right in there. She'll be sitting in that White House chair. We all know it. It's not even a secret. So, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. It is a crazy world we're in right now with the COVID and the economy and all the wildness. But I'll tell you this. If Biden gets in, my prediction, if he wins, China invades Taiwan within his first term. Takes it over. And America does nothing but pout and get upset about it. How dare you? How dare you? As they're back channeling millions of dollars to the Biden and other, stakeholders in his group's coffers. So we'll see what goes on there. Now, who do I see coming out on top tomorrow? It's a crazy guess. The early, the mail-in voting has favored the Democrats, which is not shocking at the least bit. I mean, that's normal. It's how it usually works. But will Trump's base turn out and some moderates, independents, support him as well tomorrow? If he comes in strong, hits the paint, does well, I think he could have this thing set up. I don't know. I don't even know if we're going to know tomorrow. Unless it's insanely overwhelming. I could see it taking a few days and probably a few court battles before this thing gets resolved. And in the meantime, of course, the United States will melt down. There will be conflict, strife. The media will blame Trump. Shockingly. And Biden will sleep through it all. But, we'll see how it goes. So, man, with that, I have to say, it has been a blast the last 4 years with that guy. I have loved every minute of it. The way he talks, the way he thinks, just stream of consciousness right out the brain, and trolling anyone who has any values around these corrupt institutions that they hold so dearly. The way he's just burned them has been great. CIA, FBI, especially. And if he does lose, I would say this. I want his ultimate act to be, before leaving office, to pardon Snowden. Bring him back and give him the Presidential Medal of Freedom before he leaves office. What Snowden did, he's a hero. And I would not go as far to say Trump is a hero, but he has pushed back on our intelligence communities quite often. And I think it's for the better. It's for the better of America. We should have a government that is transparent. It is not working in the shadows against us. Obviously, you have to have a government that's able to run operations overseas, even internally, for specific reasons. But what we have now is an unchecked, unelected bureaucracy of individuals who essentially are able to break or violate our freedoms daily with no consequence whatsoever. None. There's just no repercussions for them. And we're the ones who are made to look like idiots because we care about values and principles in this country. And oh my God, those things are so out of date, man. Haven't you been on Twitter? So who knows what's going to happen. I'm excited for tomorrow. I got my popcorn. I'll be sitting back, watching all the news channels as I do every year. A little bit of wine, maybe some cheese and crackers. It's my specialty for an election day. And we'll have to come back the day after, or once we figure out what's going on and kind of talk through where we're at and where we're going. So, yeah, hold on. It's going to be a good time.